I have used Claude Code to generate a to-do list app for me. No, I'm just kidding. So guys, today I wanted to show you, actually it's somewhat of a joke, but not 100% a joke, because I did build a landing page for a to-do list app, but this is just for the sake of example, and showing you the importance of using Claude Skills, which I believe is a very overlooked functionality that Anthropic is offering. Now, for those of you who don't know what are Claude Skills, I did a few videos about Claude Skills approximately 2 months ago when it was just released. But in general, there is also this blog post. In general, skills are markdown files that basically teach Claude how to perform a task or a sequence of tasks. It's pretty self-explanatory because it's basically you're teaching Claude a certain skill. So for example, if you want your AI agent to generate a landing page, so you can write a skill, a very comprehensive skill of how to build a landing page, and whenever you call that specific skill, Claude will just generate the landing page based on the skill. Or if, for example, you want to have a video resizing skill, so you just build the skill once, and that skill can contain different types of scripts using FFmpeg, resizing the video, concatenating video, whatever. Basically just teaching it the skills as if you're a junior. And whenever you call the skill, or whenever you use Claude to call the skill, it's going to execute the skill, which again is a sequence of code. And the cool thing about skills is, in opposing to, let's say you wanted to create a landing page with a certain design, so you would need to provide typography prompts and coloring prompts and theme prompts and a lot of context. And at a certain point in time, your context window would become bloated, and this would be this will cause the degradation of basically your output, because the focus, for example, on the front end guidelines that you would like will probably move away to different stuff because there is a lot of things in the context window. Now, the cool thing about skills, and this is what this diagram shows, is they are somewhat similar to tools because they are just markdown files that sit in your root folder, and Anthropic or Claude knows to call these files on demand. So whenever you say call a certain skill, it's going to trigger and call that skill. So basically it's the context and the guidelines of the skill, they are not moving with you in the conversation in the system prompt, but they are being called on demand. As you can see here, Claude decides to trigger the PDF skill and reading it. So this is an example of the user wants to trigger a certain skill, and on demand Claude triggers that skill. Now we can generate skills over here. Basically what you have to do, you can come here to the settings, and you go to the capabilities, and over here you have all the skills, and you have the skill generator. Let me find it. The skill creator, which is basically a skill that allows you to generate skills. So what you need to do, you can just come to your Claude desktop and ask it to generate a certain skill, and you give guidelines and you adjust the skill until you're happy. And as soon as it generates the skill, you can upload the skill, or you can just click a button, generate a skill. Let me see if I can show you the example. I think I have it somewhere here, but we can just do this again over here. Generate a simple skill that takes a video and uses FFmpeg to trim the first 2 seconds of the video. So this is just an example. I don't think that we will wait the whole time until it generates the skill, but basically what it does, it's going to create a markdown file and even create scripts that on demand, whenever we want, it will just execute exactly what we requested, which is in this case streaming the first 2 seconds of the video. Now, what I created is I wanted to show you and the cool thing about using a skill. So let me show you here. I generated a first game here, and I asked it like the most generic thing that any YouTuber does. So create a to-do list app with no skills. And this was the example of how it would look like. After that, I came here and I created a skill that is called Neo-Brutalism Gary Halbert, which is over here. And then what I did, I asked it to create, so this is the skill. Use the skill creator. No, this isn't what I wanted to show you. Just a sec. Now let's. So this is the actually the skill generation. So as you can see here, this is the name. This is the description of the skill, the design philosophy, the copy style, the guidelines. As you can see, this is very comprehensive. The implementation workflow, reference files, output example, etc., etc. And then I saved the skill. And then I generated the skill. I generated the UX using this skill. So this is one example. Let me see. I had also another example. Let me find it. It was over here. Okay, so use the Neo-Brutalism Albert to create a landing page for to-do list app. And as you can see here, the first step was reading the Neo-Brutalism Albert skill to understand best practices for creating the landing page. Then it checked out the reference files. Now it created the landing page, and look at this landing page. It's so much better than the generic sheet that was generated initially. And the thing is that by default, Claude generates normal stuff. And then when you want to prompt it and you want to guide it to adhere to what you need to make a more comprehensive prompt. But the issue, as I said before, is if you have a lot of guidelines and nuances, you cannot write it in the system prompt, because then you will have a very bloated context window. So this is why the skill is so valuable. And let's check out what it generated. So as you can see, it was just one shot after I generated the skill. So finally kill your chaotic to-do list. The dead simple task managers that help blah blah blah. Reclaim blah blah blah. No learning curve, no BS features you'll never use. Try it for free. No credit card. Check out the animation. Also very cool. You're not lazy. Your system is broken. Let me guess. You've tried Notion, Asana, Trello, maybe even a fancy bullet journal with color-coded pens, and somehow you're still drowning. And as you can see, sound familiar? Meet Task Punch. And check out the design, the animations, everything. It kind of looks like a Gumroad, to be honest, which is fine. Gumroad is a very successful website, and I believe that they are using also some of these principles. But as you can see, also the copy is on point, and also the design is pretty amazing. And this is just because I prompted the model to use the skill, which, as I showed you before, the skill is very comprehensive. I think that's it. I've been kind of repeating myself during the whole video, but if I had to like distill this and tell you the takeaway, I think I observed that not too many people are using Claude Skills yet, and I think it is very powerful because, as I said, it's kind of having prompt enhancements on demand without bloating your context window. So I urge you to create skills for tasks that you do repeatedly, and just prompt the model to use these skills on demand whenever you need it, and it's going to generate way better output than what the current generic and default prompts are generating for you. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and find this useful. If you did, please make sure to comment below. Obviously, like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on automating.